Hello, everyone. This is Daryl Guberman once again, and I was asked again. I've gotten several emails plus phone calls. They said, Daryl, why doesn't the families of Ethiopian and Indonesian airlines plus Alaska Air go after Boeing, even though you're right, Daryl? You're right. Why not go after ANSI ANAB? If they're underwriters and they're legally responsible. And I said to them, I said, the only issue is that the attorneys for Ethiopian Air, Indonesian Air, also Alaska Air, and others are affiliated with the American Bar Association, where ANSI ANAB has intimate dealings with, along with the DOJ. Look at what the DOJ did to Boeing. DOJ got them off the hook with $250 million fine. They just got fined about 3 months ago at their composite facility in Pennsylvania, their Bell Boeing composite facility. For 11 years, they were not writing down proper times and temperatures. And with composites, as I am a composite specialist, probably an expert by 40 plus years, with Kevlar, boron, graphite, fiberglass, metal matrix composites, RTM, resin transfer molded, IBM, EBM, which is injection blow molded and extrusion blow molded, metal matrix MMCs, metal matrix composites, and filament winding, etc. If you have one of those off, time, temperature, or pressure, that's a critical when you're making a composite component. Okay, and they got fined $8.1 million by the DOJ. Boeing did. Then we compounded with another $250 million that the DOJ, I'm sure, made a deal with Boeing because they didn't want the families of the Ethiopian Air and Indonesian Air to go after them. So it was easy to lock those families out. How do you like them apples? You read in the in the news that the DOJ looks like they're going to allow the families to go after them, and then they backed off because you know why? The Department of Justice sits on ANSI ANAB's board, the accreditation body of Boeing, the accreditation body of Lockheed Martin. And Lockheed Martin, after their 801st ship, I keep on saying that F-35, they're still producing them with crap, with rejections. So I'm just going to leave it here. My feeling truly is for the Ethiopian and Indonesian Air passengers should go after, they can't go after Boeing per se, but they can definitely go after the accreditation body that Boeing uses and the members of DOJ, DOD, DHS, etc., FBI, FTC, FDA, CDC, NIH. They all sit on ANSI ANAB's board paying a fee. You can look that up on their balance sheet and find out federal agencies that are paying a fee. So that means Richard Blumenthal's subcommittee, which is the subcommittee, that he inquisitions Boeing on and got Sam Salapar on April 17th to do a deposition on how he was, scared for his life, that his supervisors at Boeing were trying to intimidate him. That to me is disgusting. Well, Sam Salapar was giving his information to an organization that's paying Boeing a fee to maintain their membership. Do you find anything wrong with that? There's something a matter. I would be the expert witness, all right? That judge would not falter when it came to Daryl Guberman. I already know that it's a circus. I have an email that I would present to the lawyer that calls me saying that both federal and state or state and federal courts are no more than blue smoke and mirrors. And I got that from a lawyer of 40 years, okay? You can't make this up. I really feel bad. I was there on June 18th when I heard that lady, and I say it again and again in my videos, you killed my daughter. And she was upset and crying and screaming at David Calhoun. Do you think he really cares? He's making $45 million at the end of this year. He doesn't give a shit. Oh, sorry. Right now he's probably playing golf. What are you going to do? It happens. I wonder if the new guy, Robert Kelly Ortberg, does the same. He probably plays golf too. Isn't that nice? From Collins, the people who make MCAS. Or they're part of it anyway. And all they did is put cost-cutting initiatives into their avionics systems, which they have companies all over the world building components for them. And that, to me, a CEO for the 21st century should have their hand on the product that they're manufacturing and not think about it as a unit or dollar sign. They should know something about the products they're building rather than report back to the shareholders, oh, we sold 250 units. Well, I think the shareholders would want to say, well, we sold 250 aircraft, and they were rejections were cut in half. We put in cost-cutting measures to improve the quality. We brought quality back into house. We are sending quality inspectors to those facilities to ensure that those products that they're making, especially flight safety, are coming into Boeing as perfect as per blueprint it can be. Because you know something, if you don't, you have escapes. And the worst thing is, as a shareholder, I am a shareholder of Boeing, and I find it very offensive that they pick the same leadership with Daryl Robert Kelly Ortberg, the same song and dance. Richard Blumenthal will be back at the subcommittee asking this guy questions in 1 to 2 years. It's the same thing going to happen. The same thing. And that's all I can say. So for the families of Ethiopian Air, Indonesian Air, and Alaska Air, get a hold of me. My number is 203-556-1493 or Daryl, Daryl, TQRS at yahoo.com. If you want somebody to support you, somebody who is knowledgeable, I've got 40 plus years in quality, aerospace, medical implants, medical materials, printing, and plastic distribution. As a consulting agency, we went to these places that supply flight critical parts. We've gone to casting companies. We've been all over the United States, and we are hands-on. Ortberg, the only hands-on he may have is his golf cart, just like David Calhoun and just like Dennis Mullenberg. Hands-on, the golf cart. That's all I can say. If not true, call me, Mr. Robert. We'll be waiting, because we've been waiting for Boeing. We sent in a 42-page document to assist in Boeing's revitalization, because they're not going to get it with Mr. Ortberg. All they're going to get is the same old, same old. If they want quality, contact Daryl Guberman. Right now, if they don't get me, do not, and I repeat, I would caution you on taking a Boeing anywhere. 22 years of quality neglect on source inspection. 22 years of neglect on special processes, heat treat, prime, paint, non-destructive testing. And you can't make this up. I'm a certified level 2 penetrant inspector. You know, you can't make this stuff up. So, my background, titanium, aluminum alloys, composites, as I said. And you know something? What is Ortberg's background? That's what we must find out. But it's not just the background, it's the way you lead. And if you have no clue about the product that you're utilizing, it's like David Calhoun. He only knew about the dollar signs. You know, he worked with Jack Welch. Jack Welch was one of these guys at GE. If it was up to him, he'd have 2 barges that he'd put to the lowest economic rates in the world and bring those products back from the barge and sell them for American prices. And that's what killed GE, okay? GE has never recovered. Even with Jeffrey Allmart, that never recovered. He started to sell off divisions, and now GE is not the company it once was due to the factor of the cost-cutting initiatives. Boeing will end up the same. Boeing will definitely end up the same. I sent my book out to 11 different board members, and you hear no response. What are they, all zombies? Could be, possibly. They don't want to lose their martini, I guess, or their golf membership in one of those highfalutin golf courses. The ones that don't allow Jews on board, probably. They're still out there. Don't think it for a moment. 203-556-1493 or Daryl, TQRS at yahoo.com. I thank you.